The only man currently facing murder charges in the case, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, claims that Sean Combs, also known as Diddy, paid for a hit on Tupac.
Could one of hip-hop's biggest icons, Sean Diddy Combs, be linked to the murder of Tupac Shakur? Recently uncovered FBI documents and the arrest of Keefe D have reignited this mystery. With new evidence emerging, are we finally on the verge of uncovering the truth behind Tupac's death? The murder of Tupac Shakur on September 13, 1996 left a permanent scar on the world of hip-hop. It wasn't just a shocking act of violence, it was the culmination of years of tension that had been building between the East Coast and West Coast rap scenes. At the heart of this rivalry were two powerful record labels, Death Row Records, led by Suge Knight, and Bad Boy Records under the leadership of Sean Diddy Combs. The feud wasn't just business, it was deeply personal. Both Tupac Shakur, who was closely affiliated with Death Row, and Biggie Smalls, the face of Bad Boy Records, were once friends. But as the rivalry intensified, their relationship soured, with Tupac publicly accusing Biggie and Diddy of being involved in a 1994 shooting that nearly took his life. This East Coast-West Coast rivalry only grew more heated after that incident. Media coverage sensationalized the feud, and what started as competition between artists became an all-out war between two camps with gang affiliations and street violence in the mix. Tupac and Biggie were at the center of it all. The tensions between the two labels reached a breaking point in Las Vegas on September 7, 1996, when Tupac was shot in a drive-by shooting while leaving a boxing match. He died 6 days later, and despite years of investigation, no one was ever formally charged for his murder. For years, Tupac's murder remained an open case, with various theories swirling around but never quite landing on a definitive answer. But then, Keefe D, a known member of the Southside Crips, made a bombshell revelation. He admitted to being in the car when the shots that killed Tupac were fired. Not only that, but he also pointed to his nephew Orlando Anderson as the man who pulled the trigger. But Keefe D's confessions didn't stop there. He made a shocking claim that sent ripples through the music industry. He alleged that Sean Diddy Combs had ordered the hit on Tupac. Could Sean Diddy Combs have orchestrated one of the most shocking murders in music history? According to Keefe D, a key witness in the ongoing investigation, Diddy allegedly placed a $1 million bounty on both Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight, head of Death Row Records. Keefe D claims that Diddy arranged for the Southside Crib, a notorious Los Angeles gang, to carry out the assassination with the promise of a massive payout in return. Tupac, who had become a serious threat to Bad Boy Records, was allegedly targeted by this deadly plan. These explosive accusations have reignited the long-standing investigation into Tupac's murder, casting Diddy in a crucial role. Could this be the key to finally solving the case? While Keefe D's claims might sound shocking, they aren't entirely new. Back in 2009, Greg Kading, a former LAPD detective, had uncovered similar connections between Diddy and the murder of Tupac. Kading was part of a special task force investigating both Tupac's and Biggie Smalls' deaths, and during his investigation, Keefe D admitted to his role in Tupac's murder and implicated Diddy as the person who ordered the hit. However, at the time, these revelations didn't lead to any formal charges against Diddy. Now, with Keefe D once again in the spotlight, investigators are taking a fresh look at the case, and this time, the FBI has become involved. The FBI's renewed interest in the case has fueled speculation that new evidence may finally be emerging. Federal investigators who are working on other cases involving Diddy have begun collaborating with Los Angeles prosecutors who are overseeing the Tupac Shakur murder investigation. This cooperation between agencies is raising eyebrows, as it suggests that authorities are sharing crucial information that could lead to a breakthrough in the case. But what exactly are they looking for, and could Diddy really be tied to Tupac's death? One of the key figures pushing this investigation forward is Phil Carson, a former FBI agent who once led an investigation into the murder of Biggie Smalls. Carson has publicly stated that he believes there may be a connection between the murders of Tupac and Biggie, and that Keefe D's recent arrest could provide the key to solving both murders. According to Carson, Keefe D may be willing to cooperate with investigators in exchange for a reduced sentence, potentially offering information that implicates Diddy in both killings. If this happens, it could be a game changer, not just for Tupac's murder investigation, but for the entire legacy of the East Coast-West Coast feud. The implications of Keefe D's cooperation are enormous. If his allegations are found to be credible, and if he provides hard evidence linking Diddy to Tupac's assassination, it could lead to one of the most significant criminal cases in music history. The idea that Sean Diddy Combs, one of the most successful and influential figures in hip-hop, might have orchestrated the murder of Tupac Shakur would send shockwaves through the music industry. Diddy's reputation, career, and legacy could be completely destroyed if he's found guilty of playing a role in Tupac's death. Tupac's family has also taken notice of these developments. For years, they have sought justice for Tupac's murder, and now they're taking legal action to push the investigation forward. Tupac's brother Mopreme Shakur has been particularly vocal in expressing his doubts about Diddy's innocence. He revealed that Diddy even called him in the early 2000s to personally deny any involvement in Tupac's murder. This call came after an article in the LA Times linked Diddy to the murder, and while Mopreme appreciated the gesture, he's continued to question Diddy's role in his brother's death. The Shakur family has now hired a team of private investigators and attorneys to dig deeper into Keefe D's claims and explore any connections between Diddy and the events that took place in Las Vegas on the night of Tupac's shooting. As the investigation into Tupac's murder gains traction, the court of public opinion is intensifying its scrutiny of Sean Diddy Combs. Fans and fellow artists are keeping a close watch, eager to see how this dramatic case will unfold. Could one of hip-hop's most influential figures truly be connected to this tragic event? Adding fuel to the fire, Eminem, one of the biggest names in rap history, recently reignited the conversation. In a track that grabbed headlines, Eminem reinforced Diddy's alleged involvement in Tupac's death, sparking renewed speculation. While Eminem's lyrics don't provide hard evidence, they've certainly kept the story alive, raising questions and reigniting public curiosity. With each new revelation, the pressure on Diddy grows. Could this be the beginning of a long-awaited truth emerging? Despite the mounting accusations, Diddy has consistently denied any involvement in Tupac's murder. Over the years, he's publicly distanced himself from the East Coast-West Coast feud, emphasizing that his focus has always been on the music, not the violence that followed. He has categorically denied ordering the hit on Tupac and has never been formally charged with any crime related to the murder. However, the growing pressure from ongoing investigations and the potential cooperation of Keefe D means that Diddy may not be able to escape scrutiny much longer. If Keefe D decides to fully cooperate with authorities, his testimony could be crucial in building a case against Diddy. Keefe D's inside knowledge of the events surrounding Tupac's death, as well as his direct involvement in the crime, makes him a key witness. But for his allegations to hold up in court, investigators will need more than just his word. They will need corroborating evidence such as phone records, financial transactions, or additional witness testimonies to support the claim that Diddy ordered the hit. Until such evidence comes to light, Diddy's role in the murder will remain speculative. For decades, the murder of Tupac Shakur has gripped the public not only due to the tragic loss of one of hip-hop's brightest stars, but because of the unresolved mystery surrounding his death. How could such an iconic figure be taken so violently with no answers for so long? Tupac's death signaled the end of a powerful era in hip-hop, yet the unanswered questions keep the story alive, fueling endless speculation. Could we finally be on the verge of uncovering the truth? With the FBI continuing its investigation and Keefe D's recent arrest drawing fresh attention to the case, many are hopeful that the mystery of Tupac's murder will soon be solved. Is justice finally within reach? Could Diddy be the key to solving this mystery, or is his alleged involvement just another conspiracy theory in a case filled with speculation? Only time will tell. What's clear, however, is that the investigation into Tupac's murder is far from over, and with new revelations emerging, we may finally be on the brink of discovering the truth. As this case unfolds, the world will be watching closely. Will Diddy face any charges? Keefe D's testimonies remain a pivotal factor, and whether it holds up in court is crucial. Tupac Shakur's family, after nearly 3 decades, continues to hope for the justice they have long sought. Make sure to subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you believe Diddy had a hand in Tupac's murder, or is this just another conspiracy theory? Stay tuned for more updates on this case.